Uh, well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. We have people watching from various parts of the world: Canada, US, Japan, China. I see everybody. I see your reaction in the comment section. Please tap your screen, keep it displayed, and share the live to whoever might be interested. Today, okay, I see so many people already joining. If you join in, please tap your screen, share the live, and keep it real in the comment section. You can ask any question. If I happen to see it here, I'll be giving you an answer straight away. So today we are going to be looking at how we make different kinds of coffee. I have my class here in my audience, though you cannot see them. So the only reason as why my phone is in landscape view, because I want to get a good picture. Nyao. The only reason as to why my phone is in the landscape view, because I want to get a full overview of what's taking place. Then after we'll record this session and then we upload it on our social media platforms. You can always go check on my YouTube channel, Barista Timo. Still, you can always go to my Facebook channel. It's Barista Timo. Scale. Leave that sweet, lovely comment. I'll be happy to answer you anytime soon. If you join in, please, as I said, guys, tap your screen, share the live as we continue. Our class will be conducted in English because this is a universal platform. Everybody must be interested in what's going on here. So I hope everybody is well conversant with my language, right? Wanji? When I'm in class, I repeat, you always have to do a gesture. You have to say yes, or you have to nod your head, or you have to shout or scream or do something so that I know that you understand what I'm saying. There is no way I would know you've understood unless if you do a gesture. 74 people watching already. Please tap your screen, share the live. We just getting started. Today, I know you'll be a little bit lost, but at least you'll just watch how everything is done. For the rest of you guys who've been here, we've been through all the due process. You've seen us do extraction, we've seen us do the brewing, and I'm going to perform every action live here for everybody watching home and you guys watching here to take your note. As I say, guys, you people in this class, I record these lives always. I upload them on our YouTube channel. Always go home, watch these videos again for further revision. This is just a humble request. Summer is going anytime from now. We're clocking to winter. Just know jobs are coming through, jobs are available. Lucky enough, I just told you guys, I gave out so many jobs this week. Lucky enough, a few people got and a few disappointed. But please note, I cannot recommend somebody who's half cooked in my class. If you know you haven't proved me in class, don't expect me to be in your journey anytime soon. I get job connections, and I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody out there, those people who always come on our lives and please recommend us with certain jobs and etc. Abantu abasinga mubeera ku live, then muvaako ne mutu inboxing and mungamba barista njagalayo barista akola bwati, njagalayo barista akola bwati. This is very nice. It is not for me, it is for the community that we serve. It's for Uganda, for Ugandans, and for everybody. So guys, if you happen to have any job, you come in my inbox, you give it to me, just know you've just landed your blessing. Thank you. So today we'll start with the V60. Okay, we'll start with a V60. This is a V60. It's called a V60 because it's in a V shape and it's in 60 degrees. Okay, all you need to know, guys, we can always do these coffees hot and we can always do these coffees iced. If somebody asks, what do you know how to make iced coffee? It is the the opposite of a hot coffee. You understand? You understand? So this is one of the questions they asked one of my students this week. I don't know how she looked, but she didn't look well. That's all I can say. I'm going to brew this V60. I'm going to be using 18 grams, and I'll be using a ratio of 1:14. 1:14 means in every 1 gram of coffee, I'll be pouring 14 mils of water. This is what 1:14 means. So if I'm using 18 grams and my ratio is 1:14, how do I get the total number of water? The total amount of water, how do I get? I multiply 18 times 14. The total is the total amount of water that I'm going to be using in total. Copy? Guys, tap your screen, please. Or else I'll switch off that live. Please tap your screen. We haven't even made 1K yet. Please, please, please. Tap your screen. Share the live. So that means to get my total amount of what I'll be getting, 14 times 18. What's the number? 252. Okay. So it means I'm going to be brewing my V60. I'm going to use 18 grams and the total amount of water of 252. Okay. This right here is the V60 filter paper. Okay. When you hold it, you see this line here, this slashed line. You just fold it like this, or you can fold it like that. Either way, it's okay. You can take it the other way or the other way. When you fold it, then you make a cone out of it like this, and then you pin, you put inside. You can see behind me here, I'm boiling my water. What is the boiling temperature of water we use in manual brewing? It's 87 degrees to 96. 87 degrees Celsius to 96. It means I have to boil this water to a temperature of 87 degrees to 96. You understand? So my water is boiling and my apparatus is being prepared at the same time. Do you know why I've not come here to get my coffee yet? Don't grind your coffee before the process starts already. Because if I grind my coffee, I put it there, all the aromas will be evaporating. You understand? So when I start my process, after doing the rinsing, like the wetting of the filter paper and everything, then that's the time I have to come behind here and I get my coffee. Are we together? Yeah. Good. I'll fast put more coffee. Tinewaza makubo muita. Guys, tap your screen, please. Keep it real. In the comment section, you can always leave a sweet comment. You can always ask a good question. You'll be getting your answer. So as my water boils, what I do, I have to wet all the filter paper. Why do I wet it? To remove the paper smell. You understand? And at the same time, as I'm wetting my filter paper, also my apparatus is also getting warmed. You see the water is coming from up to down. It means even this one is getting warm. We always serve coffee in warm surfaces so that we can maintain the coffee temperature. You understand? Good. Do you know why cups are kept here up? We keep these cups up because this is the surface which is hot. It's a hot surface. This is what we call a cup warmer. It is always hot here. So whenever you wash your cups, you have to put them on top of your machine so that when the hot steam comes out, it warms all these cups. You understand? Good. So I take off my water. I'll pour it here. So my V60. Then I'm ready to get my coffee. So it means if, for instance, I'm given these coffee beans, after waiting and doing everything, I have to get my beans. I take off how many grams that I want to use. After, I put them in the grinder. I set the grind size that I want to grind, and then I grind it out. You understand? Okay. Why is it unplugged? Tinebaza makubo moita. Who's singing? Please don't sing. Bireke. Ani ayimba. So now I grind my coffee out. Then I bring my V60 apparatus. I put it on top. Then I have to weigh how many grams that I want to use. How many grams am I going to use? Good. I put, I get my 18 grams already. I tear. So I tear so that all the weight goes off, so that the actual weight which is going to be reading will be the weight of the mils of water I'm going to be getting. Okay, so I start my time and I start to pour at the same time. How long do I have to brew my V60? How long do I have to brew? 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you. So I start my time and then I start pouring at the same time. So what I'm doing here, I'm wetting all the coffee inside so that all the coffee can get wet. So I have to make sure that I use around 30 to 50 mils of water. You understand? I use 30 to 50 mils of water. This is what we call blooming. And you cannot see here, but all the bubbles are coming out. It means my carbon dioxide is evaporating. So after 30 to 35 seconds, then I start to brew again. When you're brewing, you always pour in the center and then you go round and around and around. You come in the center, you go round and around and around. You come in the center, you go round and around and around. You go in the center, you go round and around and around. So as I said, I'm going to pour 252 mils of water. On my first pour, I pour half the ratio. I pour half the amount of water the total amount of water I'm going to pour. So my mils are now 122. You understand? I keep it somewhere in between. I give my coffee a little bit of time, and then before I come back to pour to complete. You understand? Yes. Then I come back, I pour to finish. You go through the same procedure. You go in the center, you go round and around and around. In the center, you go round and around and around. You can also do like this, but I cannot advise this. This one is the safest way to pour. You pour in the center, guys. You go round and around and around. You go in the center, you go round and around and around. Center. Thank you. 252 mils of water. Now, after pouring my total amount of water, this is called a row spin, but Don't do this at home. Just leave it. After pouring all my water, I have to wait for my coffee to drain out. As simple as that. What do we expect in a V60? What do we expect in a V60? A balanced coffee. Sorry. What do we expect in a V60, gentlemen? Our coffee must be balanced and sweet. And now I'm 3 minutes, but I still have a little bit of coffee inside. My coffee has to be balanced. Guys, come on, please. V60 gives us a balanced coffee. Sweet, smooth, balanced acidity, rich flavors, sweet. Guys, musome ebitabo. Bambi, read your books, please. After brewing, you can see 3 minutes and 30 seconds. My water is out. It's done. I put it on the side. So if I'm going to serve it on the cup or a glass, whatever, I have to get my glass. You swallow your coffee so that everything, the mixture can dissolve very well. Okay. Then you pour it for your customer or whoever is going to consume it. This is my V60 done. You understand? Yes. Yeah. Now, here comes something else. I'll first put this here on the side and I'll pour this here. Guys, sorry, but don't do this, but I won't go to the sink. So now, if I tell you to make me a ice V60, ice V60, ice V60 means, yeah, I'm going to divide this water I'm going to use into ice and water. You understand? Into ice and water. Because remember, even ice eventually will turn into water. So if my total water is going to be 300, I can use 150 ice and 150 water. You understand, guys? You understand? So it means, let's say I'm going to brew my V60 and my customer wants it ice. I can use a ratio of 1:15. I can say I'm going to use 20 grams of coffee. Yeah. I'll use 300 mils of water. You understand? But I'll put 150 ice and I'll put 150 water. You understand? I have a simple question for you guys and the people watching home. If I'm going to brew ice V60, do I use hot water or I use cold water? Guys, in the comment section, please tell me. Do I use hot water or do I use cold water? You use milk. Guys, in the comment section, if I'm going to brew ice V60, do I use hot water or I use cold water? Huh? Look at you guys. Cold. There is no way you can use cold water, guys, because you cannot burn the flavors out with cold water. No, you cannot do that. We use hot water. Same procedure. I have to get my water. I wait. The filter paper. Then after, so here what I do, I put my server. Remember, as I told you guys, this is not the V60. This is the V. This is just a server where we pour. We can even do a V60 here where it is, or we can brew it on a cup or a container anywhere. This is just a server. Okay, so I just put, I'm going to use my hands, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't say the teacher is unhygienic, blah 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 blah. Go tell that to your friends. So I said, guys, I have to get 150, 130. Bravo. So now I have 150 grams of ice cubes. Yeah.
Does ice weigh like water?
That's not a question. How?
Does it weigh like water?
Okay, let me ask you. Sorry, it's fine. I will ask a question. A kilo of stones and a kilo of feathers, are they both kilos?
Yes.
Kilo y'ebyoya ne kilo y'amayinja zonna kilo? Zenkana obuzito? Omazeemu amaanyi. Omazeemu amaanyi. A kilo of sponge and a kilo of stones, do they weigh the same?
Yeah, they don't weigh the same. Again, do they weigh the same? Yes.
Do they weigh the same?
Yes.
Because her question is ice weigh the same as water? So if I have a kilo of ice and a kilo of water, are they both kilos?
Yes.
That's not a question. Unless if you want to formulate one. You've heard it's a kilo. Whether it's ice, whether it's water, whether are human beings, whether are feathers, whether it's money of anything. A kilo is a kilo. A unit is a unit. Omazeemu amaanyi.
Why we have to use 150?
See, there is no standard kipimo ky'olina kukozesa, measurement. You know what ratio means? Yeah? Ratio can change.
Teacher, question. There I lost it. It's like how many of grams there when you're blowing the coffee?
Nankati, you missed the first class. You can set how many grams of coffee you want. You can set how many, what is,
from there?
you set it in yourself. If I want to make V60, I decide this is what's called a grind size.
Yeah, grind size. Yeah.
This is medium size. Yeah.
I saw a video someone was using 20 grams. Because I think, Tisha, this one for brewing is different from the one we are using on the lateral hand. The other, this one, the other one is very. The one we put there.
I know.
Yeah.
This is small. It is fine. Yeah.
Then how do you set it?
We adjust.
You adjust?
Yes. You will see this when you have a class. My sister, I'm coming back to you. If I'm going to make coffee, I'm the one who said how many grams I want to use. I'm the one who said what is the ratio I'm going to use. Kuz can be using 16, I'll be using 20, you'll be using, but we can all get the same test. Quality is what matters, not quantity. I said 1 to 2 is the same as 2 to 4, is the same as 3 to 6, is the same as 4 to 8, is the same as 5 to 10. We both used different, but we have the same test. So don't ask why is it using 20, why is it, there is no question as why you can use anything. Now I said I'm going to use 20. How can I change mine? Now I use 19. As long as we still have the same ratio. Ratio defines the quality. If I say I'm going to use 20 grams and my ratio is 1:15, how do I get the total amount of water I'm going to use? I get 20 times 15, that is 300 mils of water. I take 150 ice and 150 water. But I can decide to change my mind. I can decide to use 18 grams and my ratio I can decide to use 1:4 to 14. I multiply this, I get 252, and I decide to divide this. I put half ice and half water. As simple as that. You decide what you want. Is anybody else confused out there, please? Is anybody out there confused yet? Okay, I'll continue. So I used 150 mils of grams of ice. So I'll get my coffee. We said we're going to use 20 grams of coffee. So I get my coffee. I get 20. Kuza olina ekikubuzaabuziza mu bye naakakola sisuubira nti wayinza obeerawo. Pay attention. The rest will be history. Always clean your place. Don't operate in an untidy place. So I tear this. I bring my water. We said I'm going to pour how much water? Thank you. I start my time. I do the process again. I first go under blooming. It means I pour somewhere between 30 to 50 mils of water. I let my coffee rest. Let all the carbon dioxide evaporate. Okay. So as my clock ticks, it ticks, my CO2 is also coming out. When my time comes somewhere between 30 to 35 seconds, that's when I start to brew again. We go through the process from the center, we go round and around and around. From the center, you go round and around and around. I pour half, I rest a bit. I let my coffee drain for a few seconds. Remember, I'm going to pour 150 mils of water. Okay, then I brew to complete. So my brewing is done. Then you let your coffee drain out. These things are very easy. All you have to do is concentrate. All you have to do is concentrate. Pay your utmost attention. Guys, tap your screen, share the live, leave a sweet comment in the comment section. I see some people were lost somewhere, but at least today you will learn something. If you didn't know something, at least you go home when you have something in your head today. That's very, very important, and that's why we are streaming live always. As I said, guys, you can always go on our social media platforms. On my Facebook, Barista Timo still. You can go on my YouTube still, Barista Timo. On TikTok, Barista Timo as well. Okay, I'll stop my time. I take this off. Put it on the side. I get my glass. Well, now in the muteka, you can serve your coffee anywhere. You can see my ice V60, half ice, half water. Glass. I know, since we're in summer, this is one of the most consumed coffee in all cafes. Ice V60. We pour in for a customer. Amazing. Wow. Can you taste? You want to taste? Okay. Okay. So now we've seen how we make the V60. I've showed you how to do a ice and a hot V60. Now we are going to see how we do an AeroPress. Guys, tweyongereyo. So this is called an AeroPress. This is called an AeroPress. This is called an AeroPress. Remember, there are two ways of making this AeroPress. One is called the traditional way or the normal way. The other is called the inverted way. This is an AeroPress. It works like a syringe. Like this piston goes inside here and it presses the coffee out. On the other side, there is this basket of where this filter sits. So it means when the coffee comes out, the residues will stay on top and the coffee will be drained out. You understand? This is what we call an AeroPress. It was found by a guy called Alan Alda. I think it was 2005. Yes. And then after he sold the patent rights to AeroPress Corporation in 2009. But the founder of this is still alive. I saw him last time making this. But the way he does it and the way we do it in our normal cafes is totally different. But as I said, guys, there are two ways of making this AeroPress. One way is we get this basket, we put the filter paper, we wet it, then after we lock it. Okay? After locking it, we put on the scale, we put our coffee, we pour all the water. After we put it on the side, we stir, we bring this piston, then we press the coffee out. That's what we call the traditional way. Okay, but when we come here in classes, we always teach the other way, the what we call the inverted way. It's called inverted because the 4 is facing upside down. You understand? You see, it's 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 is facing upside down. That's why it's called the inverted way. So the inverted way is the safest way. This is why whenever we're teaching, this is the way that we teach our students to brew. What we do, you get this piston, you press it inside. So as I put it, I'll put it in between number 4 and the edge to leave a good space up for all my water to fill. The total capacity of this AeroPress is always somewhere between 140 mils of water. So please, whenever you're devising your ratios in your head, don't exceed 240 mils of water because that will be too much. It will not fit inside. You understand? So what we do, we press it inside like this, and then we put it on the ground. Okay, and then we pour our coffee, we pour our water, we bring our stirrer, we stir, we close. After closing, we get where we're going to drain it out. We flip it on the side, then you press. You understand? So I'm going to be performing one AeroPress extraction, brewing, for everyone to see. Thank you. Now listen, for my AeroPress now, I'm going to use 18 grams of coffee and I'll use my ratio of 1:12. So you can do the math for me and tell me how many mils of water I'm going to use. As we say, gentlemen, 216. I have to get my pot. See, my filter paper goes inside here, inside this basket. We put it on the side and then we pour water to wet it all. Okay, after wetting it all, you can decide to leave it there. Then I get this, I put it inside. I put it inside. Then I put it there. So I'll put this funnel. Why? Because when I'm pouring my coffee, I don't want it to spit on the side, okay, or to spit away. So I'll get this, and then I get my coffee. To get the total amount of coffee, I have to tell this weight, so that the weight of the funnel and this is all zero, so that I can know how much coffee that I'm going to put inside. Then I start to put my coffee. Okay, so my coffee is now in. Kalas. After putting my coffee, then I can take off this funnel, yeah, and put it on the side. Ah, I reset everything, so I have zero time and I have zero weight. Then I get my water. As we say, guys, we're going to pour a total amount of water of 216. Thank you. So I start my time, then I start my brewing process. When I start my time, I start to pour, and I have to make sure all the coffee inside here is a little bit wet. So after pouring and making sure all the coffees inside are wet, then you let your coffee rest for a moment. You let it rest for 30 to 35 seconds, so that you can give room for carbon dioxide or CO2 to come out. When it clocks 30 seconds, we start to pour again. Now listen, when I'm brewing AeroPress, when I come back to pour, I can pour until I finish. Yeah? Or I can break. Some people break, some people don't. Okay? Yeah. Because we don't spend too much time brewing this AeroPress. I can pour until I finish, or I can break during my pour. Whatever you do, it's all correct. What's the total amount of water?
216.
Thank you. 216. After pouring all my water inside, I have to get this agitating stick. I agitate my coffee. To agitate your coffee means to stir. Okay? Good. After I get my, you put it. Then you get where you're going to drain it from. So when you flip it upside down, what you do first, you have to shake it, so that all the coffee which was down can come up. You hold it like this. Do you know why I'm holding it like this? Because I want my eyes to see what I'm doing. You don't do like this. I always have to bend myself. See, my elbow is here, I'm standing here. It means I have clear visual of what's going on. You understand? Yeah. My hands are always here. They don't do like this because I cannot see what I'm doing. I put my hands here just to stabilize, and it's not moving. So then I start to push. Perfect. My AeroPress is done. You grab my cup or anything that you pour your coffee, then you pour it out. That's Aero. That's AeroPress, ladies and gentlemen. Are we together? It's a strong coffee. It's very strong. Why? We use a very thin portafilter. You understand? So it means almost, sorry, a very thin filter paper. It means almost everything that we put in comes out. Can somebody do a refill for me, please? Thank you. Okay, so AeroPress aside, so it means if somebody tells you how to make an ice AeroPress, what do? You divide the ice into water. It means the ice will be here, yeah, and then you brew from the side. After brewing, you come, you squeeze it when the ice is all inside. You understand?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. You're clapping for me or for yourself? Wanji? Wekubirako mu ngalo? Onjoze. Onjoze ujoze. Okay. Now here comes what we call the Chemex. It's called a Chemex. Oh. It's called a Chemex. This is a design which was found by a guy called Peter Shelburne. I think it was the year 1941, if I'm not mistaken. It was recognized as the invention of the century, and it was took to the University of Massachusetts, Illinois. So this is called a Chemex. Listen, see, this Chemex has this spout. You see? You see this spout? So the same reason it has this spout is the same reason as to why this V60 also as well has these stripe markings you see inside. Okay? Yeah? You see this hole inside is the same as this. Yeah? Though this is big. So what is the reason as to why these designs are made like this? The reason is, guys, is my microphone still on? Give me a thumbs up if you hear what I'm saying. The reason is it helps on air circulation and coffee expansion during brewing. Remember, when we start to brew, these particles have to expand because they are exposed to hot water. You understand? Yeah. And there is air circulation, air coming in and out. You understand? So this is the reason as to why there is this design and there is that design on the V60. See, you can always go to a cafe or you can go to somebody's place. You will not find the V60 folded in a cone. You might find it like this or in a square form. You understand? All you need to know is you have to fold this into 2 times. You can fold it like this and you fold it like that. It doesn't matter where you take it. You can do it like that or do it like that. It doesn't matter. All you have to know, you have to fold it two times. You understand? You fold it like that and like that. So after making this cone, you have to unflip one side. You can either take this side or you can either take the other side. It doesn't matter. But what matters is, remember, when you open up one side, the other side has 3 papers. It has 1, 2, 3. Okay? So when you come to press this, if you're watching home, please pay attention. If you happen to come and press it to put it inside here, this side which has these 1, 2, 3 papers is the side that faces this spout. So the Chemex, you press it like that. Before, when I've started making coffee, we always put it like this. And I'm sure, let's say 80 baristas out there do it the same. We all have to do it like this. Okay? Why? Because this side, since there is space here, if we put one side like this, it means water will be flowing very fast on this point. You understand? So when we do like this, there is regulation. It cannot just go out. You understand, guys? Yes. Good. Thank you. Then we get our coffee. Sorry, we get our water, and then we wet all the filter paper. We wet the filter paper to remove the pepper smell. Coffee mwangu. If your head is working very well. Kalas. Kalas. I'll use 20. I'll use 20 grams, and I'll use 1:15 as well. So you get this filter paper, you bend it on the side like this, and then you get your water out. Or many students ask questions always. Somebody asks, so how do you get that water out? You break it. Okay? You break it, you get the water out. Okay. Done. Then I tear. Then I put my So remember, when we're brewing the Chemex, how long does it take? 3 to 5. 3 to 5? 4 to 5, guys. It takes 4 to 5 minutes. Okay? Always clean your surface where you're working from, because always the customers will be taking your hygiene as priority. You always have to start your time before you start your brewing process. We go through the same process, blooming first. It means I have to pour and wet all the coffees inside. After wetting all my coffees inside, I let my carbon dioxide to evaporate. Guys watching from, I want to say big shouts to people watching from Abu Dhabi. I see you. People watching from Alain, I see you. Sharjah, Fujairah, I see everybody. Yeah. Now we're 30 seconds in, and then we start to pour again. From the center, guys, we go, and then we go round and around and around. From the center we go, guys. We go round and around and around. From the center we go round and around and around. Center we go round, around and around. So we give our coffee a little bit of break. A little bit of break. People watching from Box Park, how you doing? People watching from GVC, how you doing? I see Canada people, you're awake right now. Okay, okay. So then after I come back to pour to accomplish or to complete. From the center, guys, we go round, around, and around. Center we go round, and around, and around. Center we go, guys. Round and around and around. Center, round and around and around. Center, round and around and around. We go center again. round and around, round. Jam. My Chemex done brewing. I give it a swirl, but don't just do this. Then you wait until Al-Basha Dede. Okay, people watching from Al-Basha, a mall of the Emirates. How are you doing? Tikom, how are you doing? Guys, tap your screen. At least make 10K likes, yeah? Yeah, with 6K. Make it 10K, please. Thank you. Tap your screen. We share the live. Blah, 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 blah. People watching from Ras Al Khaimah, how you doing, guys? I see you, Ras Al Khaimah. Qatar, we live. Okay, Qatar people, how you doing? Qatar, we coming October. Just get ready. We coming back with the fashion show. Qatar will be in your area code +974. Yes. Bahrain. Oh, my friends in Bahrain. There is one teacher in Bahrain. He's a Ghanaian guy. He teaches coffee. It's called David, something like that. Yeah, I think it's called David. Bahrain, how you doing? Okay. Name your cities, guys. Name your cities, guys. I'll be reading your comment here. Name your cities. I have people watching from Netherlands. Yeah, my friends in Amsterdam, Mugamba Mutia, Cairo, Egypt. How you doing? I see you. Kuwait, tuned in. Okay. Okay. How's Kuwait, guys? Ah, New York. People watching from New York. How you doing? The city that never sleeps, the land of the free. Nam from Dubai. Okay, Dubai, how you doing? Stars from Abu Dhabi. Somebody is saying, I would like to be like you. Really? This is the good version of me. You don't know the other side. Sorry, yeah. People watching from Thailand, how you doing? What's the capital city of Thailand? Bangkok? Okay. Bangkok, guys, how you doing? Shout your big love to you, Baba. USA watching. USA, where in USA? Tell me where in USA. Dallas, Texas, anywhere. My friend Doreen Ikawarebe from Texas. So my brewing is done. I have to stop my watch. Juma from Lebanon. Lebanon, how you doing? I hope there is no war. No one is killing anyone. Hmm? You're not killing anyone already. You get your coffee, you give it a proper swirl so that all the flavors can come together, and then you pour it wherever you want to serve it from. Your Chemex is done, ladies and gentlemen. So it means if I'm told to brew an ice Chemex, I put my ice first and then I brew. As simple as that. Thank you. I'll take this off. I'll put it on the side. Yes. I'll put this side as well. Beautiful. I'll put this on the side as well. I'll clean my space. I'll clean my table. So, what was your total extraction for Chemex? My total extraction was 300 mils of coffee. How do I join the class? You join the class by saying hi in my inbox and asking for my number. Don't send nudes, please. Thank you. Give me the difference between V60 and Chemex. Okay, you first tell me, what do you think is the difference? Okay, so that's all for the brewing class. Now we go straight into the extraction side. All right. So all you need to know, guys, all the coffees that we make, we first have to have a good espresso. Are we together? Hope no one is sleeping.